Imagine a world where only one company ruled the skies. A world where every airline, every airport, and every passenger had no choice but to rely on a single aircraft manufacturer. That was almost the future. In the mid-1900s, Boeing was the undisputed king of aviation, holding a near monopoly on commercial aircraft. No competitor came close. But then, from the depths of Europe, an unexpected challenger emerged: Airbus. A company built not by one nation, but by an alliance of 4 countries, each determined to break Boeing's iron grip. What followed was a battle so fierce, it nearly bankrupted both. But how did Airbus, an underdog with no experience, take on a century-old giant? And why did Boeing fight so desperately to crush them before they could even take off? Before we dive into video, please subscribe our channel for more amazing videos. The battlefield wasn't just in boardrooms, it was in the skies. Boeing had already changed aviation forever with the legendary 747 jumbo jet, a massive aircraft that became the symbol of long-haul travel. Airlines rushed to buy it, and Airbus? It wasn't even a threat yet. But then, Airbus did something no one expected. They designed the A320, the world's first major airliner with a fly-by-wire system where computers controlled the aircraft instead of mechanical cables. It was a game-changer. Pilots were skeptical at first, but soon, airlines realized it made flying safer, cheaper, and more efficient. Boeing, caught off guard, rushed to modernize its 777 series. But Airbus wasn't done. They went bigger: the A380, the largest passenger plane ever built. It was supposed to dominate. Yet, in a shocking twist, it failed. Meanwhile, Boeing gambled on the 787 Dreamliner, a futuristic carbon fiber jet that promised unmatched fuel efficiency. But behind the scenes, both companies faced nightmarish engineering failures, delays, and billion-dollar losses. The question now wasn't just who built better planes, it was who could survive. The skies may look calm, but behind every takeoff and landing, there's a battle of billions. Airbus and Boeing have made some of the riskiest bets in corporate history, some that paid off, and some that nearly destroyed them. Take Boeing's 787 Dreamliner, for example. It was meant to be the most revolutionary aircraft of its time, lightweight, ultra-fuel efficient, and a dream for airlines. But what the world didn't see was the chaos behind the scenes. Boeing outsourced production to different countries to cut costs, but instead, it created a disaster. Manufacturing delays, battery fires, and unexpected failures cost Boeing nearly $30 billion before they even delivered the first jet. But Airbus had its own nightmare: the A380, the Flying Palace. The world's largest passenger jet designed to dominate long-haul travel. Yet, it was too big, too expensive, and airlines didn't want it. Airbus lost over $20 billion, forcing them to kill the project. These gambles weren't just about money, they were about survival. And now, both companies had no choice but to plan their next move or risk extinction. Most people think airlines choose planes based on performance and technology. Wrong. The truth is, behind closed doors, Airbus and Boeing engage in a ruthless game of influence, politics, and secret deals, ones that have decided the fate of entire aircraft programs. Boeing has long had the upper hand in the US, using its deep government ties to secure massive military and commercial contracts. It's no accident that American Airlines, United, and Southwest operate mostly Boeing fleets. But Airbus played a different game. It won Europe and Asia. By forming strategic alliances with governments and offering airlines unbelievable discounts, Airbus slowly pushed Boeing out of key markets. Then came the ultimate power move. Airbus secured a monopoly deal with Indigo Partners, which controls multiple low-cost airlines. Suddenly, Airbus dominated the single-aisle market with the A320. Boeing retaliated with aggressive pricing on the 7 MAX. But after the devastating crashes, airlines began to lose trust. The war wasn't just about building better planes anymore. It was about controlling the very future of global air travel. When you step onto a plane, you trust that it's built for absolute safety. But what if that trust was broken? Airbus and Boeing have spent decades perfecting their aircraft. Yet both have faced terrifying failures that cost lives and billions of dollars. Boeing's 737 MAX scandal shook the aviation world. In 2018 and 2019, 2 crashes killed 346 people, exposing a hidden software flaw, one that Boeing allegedly knew about but didn't fix fast enough. The result? A $20 billion loss, lawsuits, and global outrage. But Airbus isn't spotless either. The A330 Air France Flight 447 disaster in 2009 revealed a deadly autopilot issue that caused a mid-air stall. And the A380? Small cracks in its wing structure led to emergency inspections worldwide. Both companies claim safety is their top priority, but behind the scenes, profit and pressure often take over. The question remains, which manufacturer truly builds the safest planes? The battle between Airbus and Boeing isn't just about today's jets. It's about owning the future. Both companies know that the next big innovation will decide who dominates the skies for the next 50 years. And right now, they're in a race to create the aircraft of tomorrow. Boeing is betting on AI-powered cockpits and supersonic jets. They're secretly working on an ultra-fast Mach 5 passenger jet that could cut a 12-hour flight down to just 2 hours. Meanwhile, Airbus has an even bolder plan, a hydrogen-powered aircraft that promises zero emissions and could revolutionize aviation forever. But the biggest threat isn't each other. It's China. The Comac C919, backed by the Chinese government, is aiming to break the Airbus-Boeing duopoly. If successful, it could shatter their control over the global airline industry. The war isn't just about making better planes anymore. It's about who will control the sky itself. Airbus and Boeing don't just compete on technology, they fight for airline loyalty, like their survival depends on it. Because it does. Once an airline commits to a manufacturer's fleet, switching becomes nearly impossible. Pilots, mechanics, and airport infrastructure are all built around one system, meaning every aircraft sale locks in a customer for decades. Boeing, once the undisputed leader, relied on long-standing relationships with American carriers. But Airbus played the long game, offering airlines irresistible deals, financing, and aggressive buyouts. The result? Today, Airbus dominates Europe, Asia, and the low-cost airline market with its A320 series, while Boeing struggles to recover from the 737 MAX crisis. But the biggest twist? A new rising giant, China's Comac. If airlines start choosing Chinese jets over Airbus or Boeing, it could end their 50-year dominance. The question isn't just who wins between Airbus and Boeing anymore, it's whether both could lose. After decades of rivalry, billions of dollars lost and earned, and some of the most groundbreaking innovations in aviation history, one question remains. Who truly won? Boeing, the legendary American giant, once ruled the skies alone. It created icons like the 747 and led the industry for nearly a century. But Airbus, the European challenger, shattered the monopoly, outmaneuvering Boeing with its fuel-efficient A320 series and winning over global airlines. Today, Airbus has taken the lead in sales, while Boeing fights to rebuild trust after its 7 MAX disaster. But what if neither of them wins? China Comac is rising fast. New technologies like AI, hydrogen, and supersonic flight could change everything. The battle for dominance isn't over, it's just entering a new phase. What do you think? Will Boeing make a comeback? Or will Airbus remain king? Or could a new player take over the skies? Let us know in the comments. And subscribe for more videos.